Words. Word salad. But there are words that are used that too few understand the real meaning of. So let's have a look at a few more, shall we? Pronouns. A small set of words such as I, she, he, you, it, we or they in a language that are used as substitutes for nouns or noun phrases and whose referents are named or understood in the context. Or the alternative view, a media-based word salad of bullshittery designed to confuse or distract the public from naming a person or object, turning it or them into an abstract concept that leaves everyone confused. It renders the speaker of it looking stupid, slightly retarded, and above all, sanctimonious. Examples of this is government and media, ably supported by certain love and light elements in the alt media, and liberal jackasses who have zero clue of what they are saying or doing. But speaking of word salad bullshittery, the word idioism came up recently. And as pronounced, it does not exist in any language, no more than Teutonic plates does. Just saying. Well, let's look at another word, shall we? De jure. D-E-J-U-R-E. Latin. Literally of law. Thus legitimate, lawful, by right of law, according to law. And yet, de is a Latin adverb and preposition of separation in space, meaning down from, off, away from, and figuratively concerning by reason of, according to. So the terminology of de jure means down from, away from law, which means lawlessness. Lawless, 1200. Law elise, uncontrolled by law of any kind, from law plus or minus less, meaning illegal, from circa 1300. Illegal. An assembly is a church gathering and is not an official government entity. And using these words and claiming that they are the new government is a recipe for disaster for the ordinary people. Claiming you are the new government brings up the word coup, which is short for coup d'etat. Coup d'etat means technically any sudden, decisive political act, especially an important and unexpected change in the form and methods of a government. But in the 20th century, it popularly is restricted to the overthrow of a government. So let's look at the law on this. 18 US Code 2385, advocating overthrow of government. Whoever knowingly or willfully advocates, abets, advises, or teaches the duty, necessity, desirability, or propriety of overthrowing or destroying the government of the United States, or the government of any state, territory, district, or possession thereof, or the government of any political subdivision therein, by force or violence, or by the assassination of any officer of any such government, or whoever with intent to cause the overthrow or destruction of any such government, prints, publishes, edits, issues, circulates, sells, distributes, or publicly displays any written or printed matter advocating, advising, or teaching the duty, necessity, desirability, or propriety of overthrowing or destroying any government in the United States by force or violence or attempts to do so. Or, listen closely to this line: whoever organizes or helps or attempts to organize any society, group, or assembly of persons who teach, advocate, or encourage the overthrow or destruction of any such government by force or violence, or becomes or is a member of or affiliates with any such society, group, or assembly of persons, knowing the purposes thereof, shall be fined under this title or imprisoned not more than 20 years or both, and shall be ineligible for employment by the United States or any department or an agency thereof for the 5 years next following the conviction. We at the TPC will not be overthrowing anyone. The object is to work with the current system and run it in a better way for and by the people. That is what we have started with the village, and that is the way we will always do business and carry out our objectives. We will never put anyone at risk. And as for the above, well, you've all been warned. Here is a word that does exist. It's called ponerogenic. Ponerogenic. Fitting, if you ask me. The biblical narrative draws more attention with this next short piece, and it's all about the words again. Let's look at the word rapture, shall we? Perhaps it may provide clues. Now, the word rapture is connected to the Latin word raptus, which means a carrying off, abduction, snatching away, or rape. Therefore, the deeper meaning of the word rapture is snatching or abduction. Is this rapture, which comes from raptus and is eerily similar to raptor? Was it they, the raptors, who did the abductions? Being in ecstasy is also associated with rapture. An altered state of consciousness, it is said. Ponder on that when you add in the drug ecstasy. Do you think it's a coincidence? But ecstasy also brings up another term often used, yet rarely thought about. The term in good spirits. Oh, really? I would rather not, thank you very much. Spirits are the jinns, also known as the Jafars. And of course, like the drug ecstasy, alcohol spirits also transport you into an abduction style scenario right into the realms of the jinns. And in reality, the Christians who believe that they will be raptured to heaven have been deceived by the dark forces. Ah, the words. All in the words. We have more. Words and their hidden meanings. many of which we have uncovered in this show. But let's look at another terminology often used and yet not understood. People standing in front of a mirror and saying they are looking in the mirror. In being the operative word. Like last week, they said they were sitting in the gate. But we are not looking in the mirror, we are looking at it. And this brings in another meme of THI. Observe, not absorb. If you observe the mirror, you look at it. If you are looking in the mirror, you are absorbing it. And what you are seeing in the mirror is your ego, which is why narcissists spend so much time looking in the mirror for their own approval and admiration. But the dark magicians have for a long time used the mirror for dark practices. Is the terminology of looking in the mirror an actual spell cast? Now, mirrors can and have been used in the past as portals or gateways, and it is said it brings 7 years bad luck if you smash the mirror. But does anyone ask who gets the 7 years bad luck? We have assumed that it is the one who breaks it. But do we really know whether that meme put forward is actually true? Why is it 7 years bad luck? Because that is the same time as your body renews itself, is why. And it was the Romans and the church who started that fear-based meme, although China previously had the same concept. Now, there are many superstitions based around the broken mirror. And some believe it releases the spirits trapped within the mirror. And that is always a possibility. It's all about the spirits again. In Roman times, a mirror seer used water and then mirrors to divine the future, a practice known as it's unreal. Cat optomancy. Cat optomancy. I might have known the word cat would be a symbol of bad luck. Those bloody spies. Cat optomancy is the use of divination using the mirrors or water. Now, the original mirrors were known as the pathway to the gods. And interesting, in the Stargate series, the Stargate, when fired up, showed a watery centre. Why? Because water is also reflective, the pathway to the gods. And they said in the past that breaking the mirror broke the connection with the divine. I wouldn't call them that. Tearing the soul from the body and leaving it adrift. That's yet more church-based fear porn. Or does it have an element of truth to it? Want to know why they didn't wish mirrors to be broken? Because mirrors are used as portals or gateways, and because the mirror is your own personal looking glass technology. Think Project Looking Glass. It is the same or mirrored concept, pardon the pun. Now, mirrors are created by using initially silver to cause the reflection. But if you look in the mirror, you are connected to and into the silver. What if that silver is in some way magnetic and attracts your silver cord of your spirit? Does it then not pull you into the mirror? Perhaps now you will understand more when I say the real person is not the person looking in the mirror, but you are observing of the person and the reflection in the mirror, either way, and to the side, from the front of the mirror or behind it. Ponder on that.